No questioning Albania have had the better of the chances, with Katsa missing a Socca penalty on 10 minutes. Striking the base of the post after just about rounding Nicholas Tonek. But credit to the young stopper, he did enough to put Albania's captain off. And that's a clever ball to the back post, and it was begging to be converted. Head in hands for Zakaria, because he found himself in all kinds of space. Went for the stooping header, steered it wide of the post. Cyprus turn over possession. It's Kivashuk on the charge, back onto his left foot behind Zakaria, and maybe Albania could break. Here's Recci, they got a man over at the far post. It's Ika, he blazes over the bar, fluffs his lines. A chance for him to double his tally at the tournament. Passed up. Big opportunities at either end. And that's loose from Tonic, who puts his hand up by way of apology to his teammates. But this fixture has only been played once before in a major international soccer competition, and Albania won it. Ball across the face is poked away by Cyprus. Here's Kivashuk again, taking his man for a run, and he does ever so well to work the space for a shot, drags it with his weaker right foot. And there goes the half-time whistle. It's on as even at the break, no one finding a way to break the deadlock. The story of the half, I suppose, is Indrik Katsa, Albania's captain and main man, missing a Socca penalty. So still all to play for, and Albania still in with a chance of securing qualification to the round of 16 this evening. We'll be back very shortly after the interval to bring you all the action from the second half. Well, we eventually get back underway here in Group 8 in our match between Cyprus and the hosts Albania, after the two camps were asked to switch benches during the interval, which Cyprus weren't particularly happy about. Almost very happy there. A flashing effort came in from Joseph, who was seeking to find the bottom corner, and he wasn't far off. Corner to Cyprus. Pulled back to Givashuk, who scuffed his effort but atones by stealing back possession, and then Tonic boots all the way through to his opposing number, Laurent Berisha. Collected by Katza. Katza back to Lecce, the man who was sin-binned in that first half. For not just one, but two clashing challenges, and Katza dances past his man. And Yantios Zakaria was taking absolutely no chances with the clearance as he booted into the fans down to my right. Katza back to Recci. Pushed away by Marios Panagi, who scored the second goal versus Slovenia, what was ultimately a consolation. I should say the second Cyprus goal, as the Cypriots found themselves 3-0 down at half-time and battled back to regain some dignity and confidence. Given away sloppily by Lecce, but a couple of lucky bounces see it out for Albania. Kick in. Here's Katza. Shaping up Joseph. It's Lecce. Back to Katza. He's got Lecce to his right, uses him. Every man in a white shirt camped deep in their own half. And Albania earn themselves a corner, so they look to apply some early pressure. Recci over to take it, and that's no surprise, as he's their dead ball specialist. Recci battling again, earning another corner, so we're back to where we started. And this time he may take over responsibilities. He does. He stabs it into the box. It might drop for Mehmet Hoxha, who momentarily thought about the volley, but decided he'd be better off letting it run through for a kick in. Recci short to Katza. Duki battling. Well, this is Cyprus's 27th game in an international tournament. In their previous 6, they won 7, they've drawn 3, and they lost 16. The most recent of which coming against Slovenia yesterday, but they've been much improved this evening as Katza lets fly. Well, he's starting to get in the mood, Katza, and he's keen to atone for that missed penalty in the first half. Here he is again, shooting again. This one wide of the mark. Cyprus had a torrid time at the Euro Cup last year in Moldova. They finished bottom of Group B, and the only team not to score at the tournament. They've already got 2 goals this time out in Albania, so they're better off with plenty of soccer still to be played. Tonic, as he's done a couple of times, hoofs rather aimlessly forward and straight through to Berisha. Katza will pick it up and play into Hoxha. Hoxha takes his man down the line. Well, he looked like he shanked the cross, but it was creeping in at the near post. And Tonic needed to be alert. Here's Katsa, Albania beginning to turn the screw. Mazrakaj. That's Berisha. Here's Mazrakaj, a man with professional experiences. Georgios Vassiliou sticks out his body, and there was a bit of arm in there. He protests it, but he's met with a firm answer from Adin Hasic. He says, my word is final. And he's right about that. Here's Mazrakaj. Tries to chip round his man. You see the pace of Zakaria. He looks to go for a run. Here's Kivashuk. Zakaria once more. Well, a point for Cyprus here would leave the door ajar. They played Turkey 8 in their last group game. As I mentioned, Albania face off against Slovenia, and have shown themselves to be a very capable outfit. A win for Cyprus against Turkey 8, and a loss for Albania against Slovenia would certainly ruffle the feathers of the home nation. Albania still with plenty of time to make sure that doesn't happen. Right, booking their spot in the round of 16 this evening. As Katsa shapes up Zakaria, just trying to bait in the tackle. The tackle does come and Zakaria will break away. Katsa momentarily gets a hold of his arm. And then he recovers, Albania's skipper, to pinch the pullback. Mazrakaj takes a bit of a risk, letting it run across the face of his own goal. He goes down in a heap, but Albania won't stop for him because they want to break. Repci spreads the play. Katsa now chops back on his right foot. Well, he now does put his hand up as he realises this could be a legitimate injury for mentor Mazrakaj. And asks Kennins as Latvia rushes over to check if he's okay. He's really not happy, Mazrakaj. He's pointing to his right ankle and saying it was clamped by the pressing Zakaria. Well, if he is going to get to his feet and play on, this feels like much about nothing, because he's halted an Albania attack. And I think it's unlikely that this is going to be brought back for any kind of reparation. Leontios Zakaria. And it is being checked by the RVAS. We're keen to learn whether there was a sinister challenge in there that upset Mazrakaj. He's claiming it was high on his ankle. We're having a good look at it. We'll have to wait for a replay to see whether there was any real malice in it. It's Piotr Stoyanov, the RVAS official, and he has adjudged that Zakaria should go into the book. So that's a sin bin for Cyprus, and they now find themselves down to 5. Could this be a sliding doors moment for Albania, and ultimately the moment that breaks the deadlock in this tie? Zakaria, their magic man, the player that's shown the yellow card and will have to watch on from the naughty step. And Albania make their advantage count, they so almost do. There's Rapper, wraps one towards the far post. Intercepted well by Cyprus. The danger won't be clear yet though. Recchi on the ball. It's Mazrakaj. Hika lurking on the far side. Here is Hika and draws another save from Tonic. He's had to make some smart stops. Martis Kennins just saying, no, doesn't go on the quadrant, it goes where the two lines intersect. Here's Mazrakaj. Hika to the left of him, plays incisive ball into the box, spinning and shooting is Mehmet Hoxha. Vasiliou furious with himself that he couldn't keep it in. And Albania are pushing. Hoxha, what can he do? Cuts back to Recchi. It was more of a pass than a shot in the end, and it couldn't find its way through the huddle of white shirts. Here's Hoxha. Clever footwork to get down the touchline, and Tonic again at his near post. He celebrates that one. Nervy moments for Cyprus. Recchi, Mazrakaj. A skewed pass from him. But Jamir Hika steals in to get it back. And that'll be a sliding tackle. The man guilty of it, Georgios Vasiliou, who's certainly put himself around. And now he falls to the turf. Cyprus prepare a substitution. A small chorus of boos from around me, as the locals are keen to see Albania continue to apply pressure. Vasiliou asking for some punishment and then refusing to get back to his feet after being held an olive branch by two Albanian players. He does now eventually get up and leave the field of play. Free kick then for Albania. To make this man advantage count. Rapper back to Recchi, urged to shoot, does shoot. Blocked well by Chatsi Charalampus. And Cyprus get their extra man back onto the field, and straight away he nicks into Zakaria to pick Albania's pocket. Mazrakaj didn't see him coming, but Albania have the ball back at their feet once more. Here's Recchi. Rapper. Rolled in agonisingly wide from Guido Tepsi. He had to wrap his boot around it to try and steer it inside the post, just couldn't get the curl that was needed. As Tonic goes long, then it's slightly awkward for Berisha. Maybe he wasn't sure if it was going to drop all the way through. 6.5 minutes to go. Still the game is deadlocked. Mazrakaj will want something to say about that. The shot squirms through. Hika goes down. Could there be a second penalty? Artis Kenin says yes. And Albania will get their second chance to convert. You wonder who will take this one. Endrik Katsa not on the field of play at the moment, so the responsibility looks as if it's going to fall to Julian Recchi. And he got the second goal versus Turkey. He assisted the first, and he was impressive all round. And he has the opportunity here on home turf to score the goal from the Socca penalty spot that could set Albania on a course to the round of 16. Here he comes. 10 seconds on the clock for him to convert. He goes round Tonic and squeezes it in. The crowd are absolutely loving it. Julian Recchi, he does what Endrik Katsa couldn't in the first half. Dancing round Nicholas Tonic and slotting into an empty net. And as the crowd paused in anticipation, He was the coolest man in the stadium. Never in doubt for Recci. And finally, deep into the second half, we have our first goal of the game. Recci with his second of the tournament, proving to be a key cog in this Albania machine, in Cyprus almost find an instant reply. It's Kivashuk, their danger man, who leathers one towards Berisha's goal. Hooked awkwardly clear by Prendi, and he'll need to have a second stab at it. He does. Falls through to Nicholas Tonic. He did well to put Katzer off, scoring that first soccer penalty. There was little he could do about the second one. It's Tonic again. Albania with something to defend now. Chip forward into the path of Charalampos Christou, who takes a tumble under the attention of Flavio Prendi. Not enough to convince the referees to give a free kick his way. Tepsi gets the ball stuck under his feet for a brief moment. And then he's just to scramble away under the attention of Vasiliou. Prendi being pressed, forced to go down the line. That's a clever little dummy from him, and a neat bit of footwork. The music's on and Albania are starting to party, but can they find a second? Here they come through Ademi. He's challenged well. Back with Tonic. Time ticking away. And Cyprus need to find a bolt of inspiration from somewhere. As it stands, things are looking relatively grim for their hopes of qualifying to the round of 16. Berisha hooks long, nodded clear by Cyprus, flicked on by Vasiliou, and the final header is one home from Tepsi. Here's Berisha. Demi's asking for it long. Sticks out one of those raking legs, but he can't bring it under his spell. It'll be a goal kick for Cyprus. And heading for their 17th defeat at a major soccer competition. There's time yet to prevent that stat from rising. This man looked the most likely to do just that. Kivashuk has had a couple of whistling efforts so far. If they can work him into a bit of space to shoot, there might be danger for Albania yet. Here he is trying to trick his way through. He ends up bundling his way through, and there could be an opportunity for Cyprus here, and Berisha has to spread himself, and then the rush keeper hammers over. Now Cyprus going for broke. They're toggling between their usual stopper, Nicholas Tonic, and a rush keeper when they're on the attack. Shot comes in from the goal scorer Recci. Whistles wide. Ten seconds left to go of regulation time. We may have some added to play. 2 minutes is what Adin Hasic is suggesting on the sideline. So potentially chance for Cyprus to find their leveller. Guido Tetri battles well, and then Vasileu tugs his man down to the turf and in frustration just toe pokes one at Berisha. He knew the whistle was about to come with Vasileu. Here's Berisha. Albania just need to hang on now. They haven't hit the heights they did last night against Turkey, but as long as they collect the 3 points, they won't care much. Recchi flies into the tackle, but somehow Zakaria comes out with the ball. It's a beautiful bit of skill to round his man. It looked as if he had a handful of his shirt pulled. Not given. Berisha lumps long. Ademi on the chase. Chance for Zakaria to strike it, and Vasileu just wasn't live enough to follow up. Oh, that is a shame for Cyprus, who had their kick-in overturned, and Albania have gone for goal. It will just wide. They stepped over the white line when they took that, Cyprus. And the celebrations have started for Albania, but there may still be a chance yet. And that could be that. And Zakaria dribbles one across the face of goal. And with Katz's kick in, we should just about be at the final whistle. Perhaps one final break for Cyprus, although this will drift out for a kick in. And Hasic puts the whistle to his lips, and you can hear the cheers and celebrations from the fans around me, because they know, as Cyprus do, that that win is enough to see Albania and Slovenia through to the round of 16. As for who tops Group A, that will be decided, as I said, tomorrow night, 8 PM tomorrow, prime slot on a Friday night. So we can expect a bumper crowd. Cyprus were much improved from their opening day defeat at Slovenia, as we got some pyrotechnics in the crowd, but they couldn't do enough to prevent Julian Recchi converting the second of 2 Albania soccer penalties after Katza missed the first one. So full time here in Group A. Celebrations for Albania as they run out 1-0 victors over Cyprus and book their spot in the next round. We've got one more game coming up for you this evening. We move to Group E, where Georgia and Greece do battle for the final time on match day 2. for the final time on match day 2. Then we welcome you to Tirana, Albania, for the Group E action where Georgia take on Greece. Greece wanting to shoot from the kickoff. Georgia not wanting to let them do it. They charged it down rather prematurely. Greece do get the shot away, and it'll be a kick in for them. Greece yet to kick a ball in the tournament, despite having 3 points to their name. They were awarded the default win against the Netherlands, who, despite being listed at the start of this one, couldn't get enough eligible players together to appear. So it makes for an interesting Group E. Every side will get a default 3 points. It makes things nice and confusing for us commentators as to who the best placed third side will be. There's a couple of spots up for grabs for those teams to make it through to the knockouts as Greece let one fly from the kick-in. Well, as for Georgia, they shot a 2-0 lead against France in their opener. Got the peg back to Le Bleu. Finished 2-2. Certainly showed that they're a capable outfit. And here they are. We've got the Tadze at the back. Fiskas applying a bit of pressure to Ekazashvili, who scored the opener versus France. Here's Fiskas. Greece's captain. Always like a wasp at a picnic, buzzing around, pressing. Not giving his opponents a second on the ball. And there was Georgia's captain, Georgi Kignadze, a long-time servant. Played for them at the World Cup in Oman, and that looked to the back post. And it was Kignadze who was lurking. Slightly fortuitous how it reached him. And fortuitous for Greece that he couldn't connect. Early sighter then for the Georgians. Striding to the halfway line and letting fly is Nikos Karamelikos, who's in for Kalamaridis, Greece's Euro squad. And here is Kignadze. Nice idea on the reverse ball, but it's read well by Greece, who stride forward through Priskas. Priskas does well to in the kick-in. Tries to reverse one, but Koplatadze is live to that. Corner then for Greece. Priskas to take, cut back to the edge. And it was Padis Priskas who let fly with a left-footed effort. He wanted a handball, but there was a foul spotted before that. So the free kick will go Georgia's way. Simon Gerlek, our lead official for this evening. Manchester United fan for his sins. Here's Priskas. That distinctive dyed hair. Priskas picking up from deep. Karamelikas collecting and pumping forward in search of Papadopoulos. We've got 3 goals at the World Championships in Cancun late last year. Puskas does well to intercept. Could be a chance on for Greece here. Struck by Ignatidis, charged down by Georgia. Greece will settle for the kick in. We've got the big guns officiating tonight. Simon Gerlich on the far side and Marek Skera on the near side. Greece usually quite a lively team, to say the least. Fiercely competitive, led by that man Puskas. They pour their heart and soul into Soccer do Greece. An example of that there from Puskas, who rather sarcastically kicks the ball at his opposing number. You have to make the point that it needs to be the full distance, and Puskas draws a stop. But there might be a chance on here. Ignatidis it was, who hooked the ball back over his head. Not enough on it to trouble the Georgians. Jambura plays out from the back. Zoltanishvili. Patient play from Georgia, who flew out the traps against France, and they might have a fast start here. Levan Yektanishvili at the far post, stabbing one goalwards. It was a bit of a toe poke in the end, but an opportunity nonetheless. As I said, Greece haven't kicked a ball yet, but they did have a friendly match against Ukraine. And the word friendly was doing a lot of heavy lifting. As Puskas sets his sights on goal once more. This time it's deflected away by Georgia. And Greece did lose that friendly 3-1 in what was a well-fought contest. Puskas fires low into the danger area. So close for the opener. It was Tusha, who's appeared at 4 World Cups, who ghosted in and was mercilessly close to slotting home. Chucked forward, looking for the height of Ignatidis. But even he can't rise to that one. Jambura with the ball back at his feet. Here's Kopitsadze. He's supplying pressure. Georgia looking comfortable on the ball. Loose from them on that occasion, and equally loose from Greece, as Ignatidis fails to push it into the path of Nicholas Chatsis, who scored versus the USA at the Cancun World Cup. Kignate, good skill from him. Forced backwards. Lifts his head, Kignate fires in a really awkward low and bobbling ball. Takes a flick on its way through, and it'll be a corner to Georgia. Tense opening 9 minutes or so then here in Tirana. The last offering of match day 2, and Kignate will let fly, and it whistles just past the post. Karameligkas in the end just withdrew his hand. At the final moment I think he realised it was heading wide, but certainly when it left the boot of Kignate he wasn't too sure. Here's Karameligkas. Kignate intercepts, falls to Puskas. Paid close attention from Leladze. Here come Georgia down the left. Squirms into the air, and it was left to let run. by Karameligkas, but it looked like it took a touch. And Marek Kera agrees, so it'll be a corner for Georgia. Worked back and it strikes the post, but the whistle goes because there was encroachment onto the field, as many players have done so far in this 2026 Soccer Euros. They've taken the corner from the quadrant rather than where the two lines intersect. Karameligkas gets himself into a bit of bother, just about manages to scramble clear. Chats is challenging. Picked up by Greece. Batzelis takes a tumble in the corner and he takes Kignadze with him, and it'll be a free kick to Georgia. And Greece ranked 5th in the world and 3rd in this tournament. Much higher than Georgia, who sit 29th in the world and 20th in the tournament. But as their opener against France proved, they are a solid soccer nation. Bags of experience in there. The small-sided game is taken so seriously in Georgia. Of course, we have the Grand Prix Soccer Sevens hosted in Tbilisi. Kignadze switches. Meladze. Georgia falls backwards. And this is Greece's 33rd match at an international tournament, not counting their default win over the Netherlands. In the previous 32, they've won 18, they've drawn 5 and they've lost 9, giving them a rock-solid win percentage of 56.25. Usually a side that push into the knockouts, always find themselves on the edge of glory, but struggling to take that final leap. Could this year be their year here in Tirana? Karameligkas goes long once more, nodded back across the face of goal. Papadopoulos was there. Fuskas earns the kick in. And Fuskas will line up as if he's going to take the strike. He goes for it. Jambula has to get down low. Excellent footwork there from Enakidze, who got the second goal versus France. Picked out by my colleague Dan Shaw as Georgia's star man. So he was a touch of class. Here's Fuskas. Papadopoulos spins round the corner, left the run. Kizashvili. Greece finished runners-up in Group C, the World Championships in Mexico. Secured a 4-2 opening day win over the USA. They beat Serbia, they lost to Czechia. And in the round of 16, they went 1-0 up over the host Mexico. And that's the way it stayed until the 31st minute, before eventually losing in one of the most dramatic soccer penalty shootouts you'll ever see. Well worth digging through the archives to watch that one. Clever ball out from Jambula. And there could be a chance on here for Georgia. Bocciamelli, the man who shaped up for a rasping volley. Couldn't quite get the required connection or direction, but an opener nonetheless for Georgia. As we approach the 15-minute mark, it's been a bit of a chess match. Chances at a premium. Georgia, you would argue, have had the two better openings. So there's a little nudge through the back. For Greece, they complain, but they do have the ball back in their boots. Fuskas. Julianos. Being played close attention by Dadiani. That's Zelis. That's Karamelikas. Greece enjoying some possession. Karamelikas demanding some movement. Long diagonal ball again, and it takes a nick off the head of Nadaradze. There'll be a kick into Greece in a potentially dangerous area. Worked back, chance for a shot. Plenty of power, just not the required direction from Poulianos. Georgia living dangerously, and there's a chance for Greece, and a massive chance for Greece. And if it was to fall to anyone, you want it to fall to Fuskas. But credit to Jambaria. And watch the replay here, a really sloppy pass right across the face of goal. You're taught from an early age not to do that, and that's exactly why. Jambaria dives to smother at the feet of Fuskas. And that, without question, is the biggest opportunity of the game so far. There might be one here though for Georgia. And another fine stop, this time at the opposite end. Karamelikas sprawling. Fuskas now with a chance. He finds himself in a wrestling match with Kignadze. The foul goes against him. Well, he might have won the free kick, Fuskas, had he not launched Kignadze to the turf in frustration. And after a slow meandering start, this game is snapped into life not long before the interval. Greece come forward now. Snapshot taken by Vatselis. It was Irakli Laladze, the man who put Karamelikas to work at the other end. Kignadze. Back to Jamburia. Clever feet there from Bocciamelli under pressure. Not such a clever pass from Jamburia. Kicks it straight out into touch. Despite the efforts from Kignadze, the skipper, to keep it in. Worked down the line. Snuffed out almost instantly by Laladze. Karamelikas comes forward. There's a clever pass to the far side. He thought about the shot. He does take the shot. It might bobble into the path of Papadopoulos. Doesn't quite get there. Corner to Greece. We had to wait a long time for a goal in our last match. Albania finally found a way past an inspired Nicholas Tonic. It took them 2 soccer penalties to do so. The second converted by Julian Recci. They had plenty in for that one. The crowd is slowly dissipating, but in fairness to them, we've just gone past 20 past 9 local time. So we're deep into the evening here in Tirana. Papadopoulos takes the corner to Litsis. He returns it all the way home to Karamelikas. He might think about the shot. Baits in the press, and Vatselis has a little bit of space now. Stings the palms of Jambaria. It was too hot to handle, but he was never in any real trouble. kick in again from Greece. They've certainly enjoyed more possession than Georgia, and there goes the half-time whistle, bang on the 20-minute mark, and with that brings a close to what you wouldn't call an action-packed half, but it certainly opened up towards the end. Chances for both nations, chances spurned. Fuskas arguably with the best of them. Jumbaria chucking himself at the feet of Fuskas to keep the scores level. So we head into the interval. Georgia 0, Greece 0. We'll be back for the second half in just a moment. Off we go then for the second half of our last encounter on match day 2 here at the 2026 Soccer Euros. Game currently deadlocked at 0-0. Chances at both ends. Reminder that the win would put Greece in the driving seat for top spot. They're still to play France tomorrow. A loss for Georgia would put them in a potentially perilous position. They will collect their 3 points against the Netherlands by default tomorrow. Early kicking in for Georgia. We've seen their rankings slide from 24th to 29th. A stat they'll be keen to polish. Ignatze can't get control of it, and there's a massive chance here for Ignatidis, and what a stop that is for Jamburia. Ignatidis put everything he had behind it, went for power over placement, and Jamburia sprang to life, and that's another good opportunity at the far post for Fuskas, who lambasts himself in anger. He knows that was an opportunity, it came at him quickly. Greece coming so close to the first goal of the game. Georgia will take on the shot now, it should be comfortable for Marios Mouzakis, who has replaced Karamalikas in goal. See a lot of sides switching keeper at the break. It's often more tactical than it looks. Some goalkeepers in soccer are practically outfield players in their own right. Chipped forward by Georgia. Battling away at the back is Stefan Abada, who debuted at the World Cup. And they did have Socca Experience as an Adrian Cup winner. Priskas goes home for Mouzakis, another debutant at the Cancun World Cup. And here he is on the ball. He's thinking about the shot and he'll go for it. Snuffed out relatively easily by Georgia. We flick on. By 11, Iknishvili. Mouzakis to Fuskas. Mouzakis closed down, but it's deflected clearance and finds its way to Papadopoulos. Good reading of the game there from Ignatze, and clever play, showing all of his experience to put his body in the way of the ball and Ignatidis and draw the foul. Georgia finished third in Group E in Moldova in 2025. They drew with Albania on the opening night, lost 7-1 to Germany. Beat Czechia 4-2. In the context of recent times is a really strong result, and then lost to Turkey, but they did progress through to the knockouts where they lost to Kazakhstan. A goal right at the beginning and the end of the game was enough to kill their tournament hopes. Although losing to Kazakhstan in a knockout match is certainly not a stain on anyone's name. Knockout specialists of Kazakhstan, the most decorated nation in soccer. Zakis will try the strike. Priskas attempting the diagonal ball as the game drops into another lull. 5 minutes played of the second half. Greece have come the closest through Ilias Ignatidis, who beat the palms of Jamburia, who's made a couple of really impressive stops for Georgia. guarding that goal with his life. Lofted long, way over the head of Nadaradze. And now Greece go long through Abara. Jamburia screams for it and comes out and gets enough of a punch to send it out for a kick into Greece. Chatsis just asking where it should be taken. The man who was in tears after missing his penalty in the shootout against Mexico at the Cancun World Cup. So passionate for Greece. Hammered towards the back post by Puskas. Tusha was lurking. Jamburia. Nice clip into the channel. Aggressive play from Tusha, but Georgia do well to keep hold of the ball. Lofted to the back stick, and it's an acrobatic effort. Dediani, the man who leapt into the Tirana night sky and volleyed goalwards, but it was comfortable enough in the end for Mouzakis. Here comes the replacement Greece keeper. He hammers one. I'm not sure whether that was goalwards or whether he was aiming for his teammate. Well, Tusha. Well, if I was Tusha, I wouldn't have wanted to get in the way of that one. Better off leaving it. Jamburia plays into the scampering Kinkladze. Over to Nadaradze. Charged down by Chatsis. And it's a stroke of luck to somehow control the ball and then gives it away. Here's Kinkladze. He's got plenty of white shirts around him. He ran out of pitch before he could find the pass back. It's been a strange game here in Group E. There are periods of sparring and then a huge chance, and then the game just slips back into this meandering tempo as Puskas plays forward. Ignatidis tries to hold it up, it bobbles through to him, he tries to swipe it in not once but twice, he has a third nibble. Well, that one as much of a tackle as it was a shot, as the ball continued to squirm away from him. It's out for a kick into Georgia, which they'll take after making a string of substitutions. Ekazashvili back on the field, and here he is. Kicked down to the turf by Papadopoulos, who protests his innocence. This is Georgia's 4th Euros. He debuted in the competition in 2023 and then played in both 2024 and 25. Approaching the half-hour mark, still we wait for that opening goal. Hammered by Laladze, who really got hold of that one. And it needed the fingertips of Mouzakis to stop it bulging the back of the net. Georgia will have another go. Greece will charge down once more, and Papadopoulos could be in. Kinkladze does really well. The skipper making the vital interception to stop Anastasios Papadopoulos charging through on goal. Kicking then for Greece. Dangerous position. Puskas positions himself at the back post. Papadopoulos will fire it across. Georgia well positioned to clear. Here's Puskas dropping deep to receive the ball. Mouzakis. For a moment, it looked like that was a risky touch inside from Poulianos. His long ball goes out of play. And Greece wanted a corner, but they're not going to get one. Jamburia with a loose clearance. He tried to hurry the ball over to Laladze. Kiknadze. Laladze goes down the line. And it comes to Laladze. He pulls a smart ball back into the box. I'm just trying to see who that is. It's taking a ball to the gut. I think it might be Giannis Margaritis. It is Margaritis. He got in the way of the shot, but it knocked the stuffing out of him, and he's still trying to catch his breath. Here comes the free kick, charged down by Papadopoulos. Will drop awkwardly outside Jambarui's area. He does enough to hack clear. We're heading into this tournament. Greece have played the joint 11th most games of any soccer nation in major tournaments. They won the 10th most. As I say, they're an incredibly experienced national side. So too are Georgia. Jambaria. Nice clip into the channel. Koplatadze to nudge it over to Kiknadze, but Mouzakis smelt the danger and was quick off his line to charge down at the feet of Kiknadze. Seven left to play. Still we're deadlocked. It's Kiknadze, let's fly again. Comfortable for Mouzakis, and then Fuskas battles as he always does to win the kick in. He curls off the foot of Laladze and into the face of Koplatadze. He gives the thumbs up to Marek Skera to signal that he's okay. A draw in this one would make Group E very tight indeed. There are quite a few groups that are mostly already decided, but this is not one of them. Three very good sides in Group E. Georgia, Greece and France. And there would have been four had the Netherlands made it, as they were the surprise package of the 2025 World Championships in Cancun. Finished fourth overall. It's an unseeded nation. It's a shame really that we don't get to see them here in Albania. They would have brought a lot of flair and a lot of fun to the competition. But we still have plenty of that in our ranks. Ball in the palms of Mouzakis, who will place it back down on the turf for the goal kick. Bukas comes short. Under a little bit of pressure, Mouzakis hammers long. It's a strong challenge there from Natzelis. He pleads his innocence as he classes into Ekazeshvili. Still got quite a healthy crowd here with us in Tirana. As I mentioned earlier on, it is drawing late into the evening. We're going to have a change of balls. It's The stuffing must have been knocked out of that one. Final 5 to play then, still a 0-0, and there looks like there's some sort of drone light show going on away to our right. It will keep our attention firmly fixed on the soccer. And Kladze over to Bocciamelli. Demboria hooks forward and brought down really nicely. There's a bit of a mix up there between Enikidze and Kartsevadze. Enikidze certainly the danger man for Georgia. Finished the joint 4th top scorer in the Moldova Euro Cup last year. He's already opened his account this year in Albania. Sultanashvili. Greece entrenched in their shape. Kartsevadze. He's still applying the pressure. Georgia seeing plenty of the ball but struggling to work it out their own half. They might do here if the ball will bounce kindly, but Kartsevadze it won't. And with the game's slowing once more, it's hard to see there being a winner for either side. And you can often get tricked into a false sense of security with soccer, and things can change almost instantly. That's loose from Mouzakis. And Georgia will basically replace their whole outfield 5. Demboria. Hooked forward again by Georgia. Both these nations preferring the long ball, and it almost works to the net. Levan Ixnishvili pokes out a toe and very nearly steers it past Mouzakis, who performed something of a star jump to make himself big. Lob forward, looking for Ignatidis. Won't drop for Papadopoulos, and there's a foul on the edge there. Won by the big man Ilias Ignatidis. And you wonder, could this be the chance we've been waiting for? Right on the edge of that Georgian penalty area. Well positioned for a whacking, but they'll also want to get men on the post crease. Fuskas lurks to the right, Puskas to the left. Papadopoulos stands over it. 2 men in the wall for Georgia. Less than a minute on the clock. Could this be the moment, the opener? It's Papadopoulos, it's blocked on the line. And then hammered high and wide by Stefan Abada. Koplatadze it was, the player well positioned to block the low drive from Papadopoulos as Fuskas wrestles with Kiknadze. He's charging down Jamburia. And then he gives a bit of an aggressive nudge to Koplatadze, and once again kicks it at a Georgian player before they've had a chance to retreat. He's a very nice man off the field, is Fuskas, but He's a fierce competitor on it. Plays it back to Abada. Here's Papadopoulos. And that's certainly a sliding tackle. And one that will earn Iktanishvili a yellow card late on. So there's not a lot of time left. But Georgia will have to see the rest of this game out with a man less. And if Greece were waiting for an opportunity, this is surely it. They have a man over on this set piece. There should be an angle somewhere that they can work to find an opportunity. Papadopoulos waits on the byline. Fuskas stands over it. It's worked to Abada. Back to Fuskas. Prikas now. Abada. Ignatidis looks to steer it back across goal. It's loose touch there from Prikas, but he will get on the end of it. Last knockings here. Fuskas to Abada. Prikas down the line. Papadopoulos jinks his way into the box. The ball's into a really good area, but it evades everybody. And the whistle does go. And this one, in our last game of the evening, finishes deadlocked. It's Georgia 0, it's Greece 0. Both teams with good openings, but both goalkeepers defending their nets astutely. And on the balance of play, you have to say that's probably a fair result. Georgia with a yellow card right at the end, having to dig deep. But it's a point that puts Greece on 4 and Georgia on 2. For Georgia, of course, to collect their 3 points tomorrow. A default win over the Netherlands, and it blows this group wide open. So Group E is one that will be decided on the final day. And we'll just look ahead to that briefly now, as we start bright and early tomorrow morning. Our first action of match day 3, the final. There, the group stages, is Kosovo against Belgium. And we've got a full fixture run after that, so clear your calendar, make sure you're free and tune in live to this 2026 Soccer Euros. From us, for now, it's good night.